Joseph Kotrie-Monson is director of Mary Monson Solicitors on Fleet Street. They specialise in the area of serious sexual offences. What do you think should have happened? What action Sunderland should have taken? Good morning.
Morning, Nick. This is possibly not the best example of the type of things, Nick, that I would usually say on this subject, because of course we all hate sexual assaults. People who commit them become to some extent rightfully outcast as a result, at least for some time, but we also don't we like to live in a free country, and of course free country means certain things, being able to vote, having a free press. I'm sure you're a fan of that, Nick, but
I am.
It's perhaps most importantly, respectfully, means that society doesn't punish you until you've been convicted. And the mere suggestion of guilt of an offence is just that, a suggestion.
But, I mean, you're right, Mr. Kotrie-Monson. You were not there, to my best of my knowledge. I certainly wasn't there in this meeting between Johnson, his lawyers, and the chief executive of Sunderland, or whoever else was there. But we read that she, the chief exec, was, quote, told everything. Wouldn't that be enough for a responsible employer to think, well, I'll tell you what, chum, we're going to have to spend you for a few weeks while we figure this out, rather than say, here's your shirt, you're playing next Saturday?
Well, wouldn't it have been interesting, Nick, for you and I to be two flies on the wall and know exactly what happened in those conversations? If that were the case, their position, well, it really says something about the state of football and about the need to keep a goal scorer on the pitch at the expense of any type of morality, if it's the case. But the general point, of course, is to say that if somebody's right to work shouldn't be over just because of an accusation, because that's guilty by suggestion and media, not by innocence.
But lastly, you say accusation. I'm just going to push you on this one more time, Mr. Kotrie-Monson. He quotes told them everything. That's not accusation. That's me going to LBC and saying, look, I don't know what happened to me, but this 15-year-old fan was waiting outside the studios the other day, and you can fill in the blanks. Then they've got they can't let me back on the wireless.
Crucially, it must be the case that as soon as they're aware of that, they're not in a position to employ him for various reasons. But fundamentally, he is a guilty man at that point, as far as they're concerned. If that's the case, and of course this is disputed. We're hearing some reports. We're also hearing hot denials, and we must be very careful in that regard.
Yeah. No. All right. I will leave it there. Thank you, Joseph Kotrie-Monson is director of Mary Monson Solicitors on Fleet Street. They specialise in this area.